सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Page 295, verse 157. न चेश्वरत्वमीशस्य हीयते तावता यतः अवश्यं भाविताप्येषाम् ईश्वरेणैव निर्मिताम्. We are seeing the topic of Jnani's desire. How is it possible a desire in a Jnani? Purva Pakshi asked a question. For that, Vidyaranya answering, based on Shastra only, we have a pramanam. Jnani has got a desire based on Ichha Prarabdha, Anichha Prarabdha and Parecha Prarabdha. Not only Jnani, this Ichha Prarabdha, Anichha Prarabdha, Parecha Prarabdha happens in Ajnanis also. The desire is common universally to Ajnanis and Jnanis. And that desire caused by three factors. Svecha Prarabdha, one's own desire is the cause, vasana is the cause for desire, or even that ichha is not there also for oneself. Because of prarabdha force it happens. Sometimes because of others' desire it happens. It looks as though Jnani's desire, but it is not Jnani's desire, but others' desire. So we saw these three types of prarabdhams, and one more idea also we have observed. Any person's life is influenced by free will, purushartha, our own effort, free will. So Vidyaranya has taken up that free will is also influencing one's life. That is one factor. Another factor is vasana is also influencing one's life. Not only free will, sometimes vasana also, purva janma vasana, also influence one's life. So two factors are involved in influencing one's life. Those two factors, one is free will, another one is vasana. Vasana means once you experience and it registers in your mind in the form of vasana. That registered anubhava is called vasana. Any anubhava you experience through your sense organs, your mind experience, that anubhava registered in a code form. In this hardware body, in the software mind, in the code form, vasanas are all registered. Because without this hardware body, software cannot function. Without software, vasanas cannot code, cannot be formed. So the experience is the cause for the formation of vasanas, That vasanas of janmas are all in genetical, they say, no? Genetical certain diseases we carry from great grandfathers. 2 generations back, some disease somebody has got, this child gets. Just like that, diseases are transformed to other genes. But vasanas cannot be transformed, but we carry our own vasanas. Therefore, free will and vasanas. Free will at present you are using. Because of that you are doing certain karmas. So present karta is based on free will. Present karta is based on vasana also. So that vasana also influences the person. Therefore, Jnani's life, present prarabdha karma, when he is exhausting, even though Jnani is not using free will deliberately, because nothing is there to accomplish for a Jnani, where is the necessity to use the free will? Ajnani's kartrutvam based on free will plus vasana, whereas Jnani's kartrutvam as though kartrutvam based on vasana. It is not will based, not free will based. So Jnani, vasana based experiences, vasanas of a Jnani cause for the desire or ichcha in the mind of the Jnani. Vasana, which is in the Jnani's mind, is the cause for the ichcha to rise in Jnani. This is the difference between Ajnani's prarabdha and Jnani's prarabdha. Jnani's prarabdha produce ichcha in Jnani based on his vasana. For Ajnani, based on free will also. Now I want this, present karta, present free will, Ajnani utilizes in full extent. Present free will, so and so I want, so and so I want to experience, so and so I want compulsorily. Jnani doesn't use that free will because of kritakrityata. Free will need not be operated by a Jnani because of accomplishment, fully accomplished. Still, Jnani gets desires. What must be the cause for that desire? What must be the force behind that desire of a Jnani? Shastra says only one force, powerful force, on which Jnani also doesn't have control. That is vasana. Purva janma krita karma vasana, today it comes out. What is one saving grace for Jnani? Even though that vasana is coming because of previous janma, this Jnani's vasana is governed by dharma. Jnani's vasana, even though it is powerful, force it is there, because of lot of practice in this janma, because of sadhanas, raga, dveshas are all totally handled. Even that force vasana, powerful vasana, will not go against dharma. That is dharmic, non-binding desires. So this is the difference between Jnani's vasanas and Ajnani's vasanas. Ajnani vasanas are also influencing the Ajnani's life, but they have not handled, they are not taken care of by sadhanas, by tapas, Because raga, dvesha, powerful force, that vasana suppresses the free will of a ajnani. Ajnani using free will. Ajnani using free will. Ajnani's vasanas suppressing the free will of ajnani and coming forcefully. That's why many times I want to do something, I desire to do something, I do something else. I desire to do something else based on free will. I desire to do something based on free will, my purushartha, my effort. But many times I do something else without my desire. Then what? Vasana is the cause. In Ajnani's case, vasana is so powerful, it suppresses, it overpowers the free will of a Ajnani. Whereas Jnani, even though vasana is so powerful, Jnani's vasanas are non-binding. He has taken care of raga dvesha. That is why many Jnanis are going according to their prarabdha. Every Jnani need not be same in Vyavahara. One Jnani is a quiet Jnani, quietly sitting. Another Jnani is a talkative Jnani, active Jnani, Loka Sangraha Jnani. One Jnani is interested in writing books. One Jnani is interested in talking, giving lectures. Why? Because of their vasana. All these are good only. One Jnani wants to tour all over, another Jnani wants to sit in only one place, not moving. Why? The prarabdha vasana. Doesn't matter. Jnani's dynamism, sometimes Jnanis are so dynamic. Sometimes Jnanis are highly dynamic, active and rajasic also. Jnani's dynamism is a blessing to the society. Every Jnani is quiet. Every Jnani is calm. Every Jnani is sitting silently. Who will teach? Who will propagate this Brahma Vidya? Therefore, some Jnanis, Bhagavan's Ichha, that is, they have to be dynamic, they have to be active, they have to be Rajasic also. Because without Rajasic, you cannot teach, you cannot be active without Rajasic nature. So, that Rajasic nature which is the cause for dynamism is a blessing to the society. Clear? Therefore, we should not decide, we should not come to conclusion, Jnani means he should be quiet, calm, silent, and then only he is Jnani. That is wrong conclusion. That is wrong understanding. Let the Jnani, whatever prarabdha decides, let them be as their prarabdha. Shastra says Jnani never violate. Jnani never violate dharma. Because before getting Jnanam itself, sadhana time itself, that Jnani was living a dharmic life. Because of that dharmic life, value-based life only, that person has come to this Aham Brahmasmi Jnanam. Deliberately practiced dharma, dharmic life. Because of that, he is deserved for this Jnanam. He attained Jnanam or she attained Jnanam. After coming to this Jnana Marga, after attaining Brahma Jnanam, how can that Jnani can go adharmic way? Impossible. It is impossible. Dharma is spontaneous for a Jnani. He will not or she will not go adharmic. Then why it appears as though adharmic for some people, some places, sometimes? Why it appears as though adharmic? When that desire is what? I don't want to do any wrong actions. I want to do only noble actions. I want to be a noble person. But because of anicca prarabdha, that is going to come. Anicca, aniccannapi. That topic we have to enter now. Until now we have seen only swecha prarabdha, swa-ichcha prarabdha. There, then Purvapakshi raised a question in 157. Regarding Ajnani's Vasana, Prarabdha is playing the role. According to Prarabdha, everyone behaves. Then Purvapakshi generally asks, then what is the use of Ishvara? Can Ishvara can't alter the Prarabdha? Suppose he is a great devotee, a bhakta, worshipping the Lord, praying to the Lord, and he is suffering, or he is going in a different way, some problem in trivial situation. Is it not the job of God to alter his prarabdha? If he is not altering the prarabdha of that person, that devotee, the omnipotency of the Lord, sarvashaktimatvam of the Lord can be doubted. When Lord cannot interfere in when this bhakta is suffering, when this bhakta is in jail. You know Bhakta Ramadas? For Rama's sake only he constructed the temple, Bhadrachala Ramadas. For Rama's sake only he constructed the temple, but he was in jail for many years. Why Rama could save Bhadrachala Ramadasa? Like that many bhaktas. Is it not Bhagavan's job? If he is not doing that, what is his greatness? Sarvashaktimatvam. It can be doubted. Bhagavan is not a Bhagavan. Bhaga means what? Aishwaryasya samagrasya viryasya yashasasriyaha jnana vairagyayoschaiva shanna bhaga itirana. Bhagavan ke alter pandradhukku shakti illanna enna Bhagavanappa ani keppani. For that Vidyaranya says, no, it is not like that. Bhagavan cannot change the prarabdha of a devotee. Because prarabdha, karma, the jiva is the karta. When the prarabdha karma influencing the jiva, that jiva is the karta. As a karta, the prarabdha influences the jiva. Prarabdha karma influences the karta jiva. Prarabdha karma phalam influences the bhokta jiva. Prarabdha karma influences the karta jiva. I am the karta, I am the doer. Why I am doing this? Because of my prarabdha. Arabdham karma. Based on what? Free will and vasana. I am the karta. When I am reaping the results, I am the bhokta. Prarabdha karma phalam gives what? Bhoktrutvam. I am the bhokta. Why can't Ishvara change? Because Ishvara cannot violate the law of karma. That karma done by that bhakta, prarabdha karma. If out of compassion Ishvara want to protect him from that suffering, that suffering is because of his prarabdha karma. Bhagavan comes and says, suppose I am so compassionate on you, therefore let that law of karma should not influence your life. I will protect from the law of karma. I will protect you from that law of karma which is bad prarabdha, prabala prarabdha, my dear bhakta, I will protect you. And Bhagavan chonna, suppose that is violating the one's own dharma. What Bhagavan kept the law of karma, Bhagavan himself violating that dharma. That violation of his own dharma, what he has given to this universe, he himself violate because of compassion. What type of compassion it is? That compassion is unjust compassion. That compassion cannot be justified. That is a wrong compassion, misplaced compassion. Even Bhagavan, Even Bhagavan shows compassion upon that person not to undergo that karma phalam. If Bhagavan changes, alter, that Bhagavan is violating his own dharma, what he kept for this universal harmony. Nabhuktam kshiyate karma janma koti shatairapi is the law. Now Bhagavan is changing for his sake. He becomes a partial and he is unjust. Just like people when they fail in High Court. High Court, when our ministers, when they fail in High Court, they go to Supreme Court. Like that, this person goes to Bhagavan. Here he has failed. Now Bhagavan is like a Supreme Court. Sometimes Supreme Court gives what? Less punishment or no punishment also. Is that Supreme Court altering the punishment, either less punishment or no punishment, is based on that law or beyond law? Based on law only. Even Supreme Court alter the High Court judgment. Even Supreme Court alter the High Court judgment. High Court alter the Magistrate Court judgment, suppose. Is it based upon the law books, civil code or any criminal code or law books it is based on, that judgment, or it is not connected to the law at all? All of you know, Supreme Court judgment also based on law only. It cannot violate the law. That is why we accept the Supreme Court verdict. Sometimes the punishment may be higher than High Court punishment. Sometimes, some people, it is less also. Like that, here also, Bhagavan is like a Supreme Court. Suppose he want to reduce his prarabdha not because of his compassion. Suppose he reduce his prarabdha not because of his compassion. There is a possibility because this bhakta did a lot of prayaschitta karma, a lot of acceptance, understood that have done mistake only. There is a chance for God to change his prarabdha based on law of karma only, not based on his compassion. Because why I am talking this, people always questions the Lord's justice. Our kannilliya, kaadilliya, kaavindri kuvinal, volamitteni, kaadil illaya, ani ketindirkom namma. Not understanding this law of karma, how Bhagavan is responsible, up to what extent Bhagavan can play the role, where Bhagavan cannot alter. Why can't we take responsibility to our own actions? Knowingly or unknowingly, whether you reap this today's seed, tomorrow it is going to give fruits. You sow the seed, tomorrow you will reap the phalam. Today you sow the seed, tomorrow you reap the phalam. Understand this law, siddhanta, karma siddhanta thoroughly. You will never question the Lord, you will never ask the Lord, you will never blame the Lord. Here Purvapakshi is asking, look into the shloka. Ishwaratvam ishasya na hiyate. This is the answer given to the Purvapakshi. Ishwarasya Ishwaratvam, the overlordship, the almightiness, omniscience, omnipotence will never be reduced if he is not able to protect the bhakta out of compassion. I did so many pujas, so many vratams, so much of devotion I have shown. Onnume kaanum, enna kaanum. Courtlo case poinde irukku, enna prayojanam. Balajiku vajra kiritam kodutha, onnume pandliyanna. Like that people. 99% of people question. Only 1%, even 1% also doubtful. Every person question the Lord's that power. Why can't He change my life? Not understanding the Ishvara's omniscience, how ignorance it is. Because of that, your wrong perception towards law of karma, you are only the loser. Bhagavan is not the loser. You are only missing. To improve yourself, to refine yourself, you are losing. And doubting the Lord, your bhakti is becoming weaker and weaker upon the Lord. Bhagavan is double compassionate now. Already compassionate by looking at your wrong perception, not understanding Bhagavan's vibhuti, Bhagavan's dharma, Bhagavan's maintenance of harmony, not understanding, that is your ignorance. And questioning the Lord. Bhagavan has to be more compassionate on you. What to do, Bhagavan? That is why many people suffer in their life. Be responsible for your own favorable, unfavorable experiences. Totally responsible, not 50%, 70% responsible. Be 100% responsible for your own pleasant experience, unpleasant experience. 100% I am responsible, except in front of God. I am responsible. What I seek, give me strength, mental strength to face unfavorable prarabdha, unpleasant prarabdha. I want that only. My prayer is for that only. I want to immunize my mind. I want to immunize my strength, emotions, so that Bhagavan gives me strength. You don't feel that prabala prarabdha also as a prarabdha. Just you cross over. You don't feel at all. That is the prayer does. Where the prayer. So Bhagavan's Ishvaratvam na hiyate tavata. Because of not showing compassion to him, not alter him, his prarabdha, therefore Bhagavan's Ishvaratvam will never reduce. Yataha avashyam bhavi bhavanam. What has destined to happen will happen. What has to be destined to happen will happen. Avashyam, definitely, certainly, bhavi bhavanam. Whatever has to be happen will happen. Yesham Ishwarena Nirmita. This law, the maintenance, the karma, phala, exhaustion of every jiva, that is also given by the Lord only. The maintenance, non-violation of law of karma also given by the Lord only. Law of karma, siddhanta given by the Lord. Karma phala is coming through the Lord. Non-violation of law of karma also given by the Lord. Once he has given the non-violation of the law of karma, can he violate Bhagavan? He cannot. If he violate because of compassion, I don't want that compassion. That is not right compassion, unjust compassion. That's why we also should not show out of compassion, we should not help others when they are undergoing a prarabdha, prabala prarabdha, try to change their prarabdha, their experiences. It's wrong. Many times in our life we do out of compassion when they are undergoing. We are trying to resist that prarabdha when they are undergoing. Instead of doing other prayers, strengthening oneself, we try to push that prarabdha. The more you push, that prarabdha come and push your hand. That is the pushing which you face in your life. Many times the tug of war struggle in our mind is because prarabdha is dashing you. You are trying to dash prarabdha, prarabdha comes and pushes you back. Prarabdha is powerful or your free will is powerful. Prarabdha vasana is powerful. That is why What is intelligent way of living? Let your swabhava, your vasanas, your free will, your vasana and dharma should align. This is the final verdict from Supreme Court. Bhagavan wants to say, let your free will, dharma, the justice and vasana should go together. Align. Let it align. Next shloka. 158. Aniccha prarabdha. Prashnottaraabhyamevaitate Gamyate Arjuna Krishnayoho Aniccha purvakam chasti prarabdhamiti tachrunu. Tatu shrunu. So Bhagavan requires omnipotence also, Bhagavan requires compassion also, Bhagavan requires justice also. Bhagavan has to maintain, even Bhagavan has to maintain. Appadinu solli Bhagavan compassion illaiyanna. Bhagavan has to maintain compassion, Bhagavan has to maintain justice, Bhagavan has to maintain dharma, that justice, compassion and Ishwaratvam also, omnipotence, Sarvashaktimatvam also. Now let us hear Arjuna Krishnayoho Prashnottarabhyam evaitat gamyate. This prarabdha discussion we can come to know through the dialogue between Arjuna and Krishna. Arjuna Krishnayoho, Krishna Arjunayoho, between Lord Krishna and Arjuna, Prashnottarabhyam, Arjuna asking a question, verse 158. I hope you have got it. Prashna Uttaram. Prashnottarabhyam means Arjuna asking question, Krishna answering. Through this dialogue, we come to know. What we come to know? Aniccha purvakam cha asti. Not only Ichcha purvaka prarabdha. Until now I have discussed about Ichcha purvaka prarabdha of a Ajnani and a Jnani also. There is one more prarabdha. Vidyaranya want to take the support of Krishna. Aniccha purvakam prarabdha api cha asti. Prarabdhamiti, aniccha prarabdham, aniccha purvaka prarabdham asti iti tatu shrunu. There is aniccha prarabdha. Aniccha means without desire. Without desire also I have to undergo some experience. Some experience I have to undergo. I am not interested in that, but I have to. Tatu shrunu. Vidyaranya asking us, tatu shrunu. Hey Purvapakshi, that also you listen. What is that Lord Krishna says? 159. Atha kena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha anichannapi varshneya baladiva niyojitaha. Arjuna asked Lord Krishna. Atha. Atha means when person knows this is wrong, this should not be done, this is right, that should be done, in spite of knowing. In spite of knowing. Atha kena prayuktaha, by the force of what? By instigating what? Kena prayuktaha. Ayam purushaha. Purushaha. Purushaha eva purushaha. Purushaha, a person, human being, Purushaha, papam charati, goes towards wrong actions, sinful actions. What is that force behind him? When he is not interested to do that, I don't want to be a criminal, I don't want to be a smuggler, I don't want to do any wrong things, I want to be a noble person. Then why that person taking to wrong actions? Anichannapi, without a desire. Anichannapi, in spite of his disinterest in doing that, in spite of non-desirability, in spite of no desire towards that action, what is that force making him to do that action? Anichannapi. Hey Varshneya, Vrishni Kula Vamsha, Varshneya, exactly today, Krishna Ashtami day itself, only he is coming. God's blessings are there, Purnama and Artham. So many slokas we are reading, why today only he has to come? That means all students are so much qualified. That is why Bhagavan want to bless. Varshneya, hey Krishna, Anichannapi, Baladiva Niyojitaha, as though somebody handling him, like in the puppet show, somebody is handling on the top, the thread, he pulls and this puppet, he is having the string and this person is doing lot of things. But this Bommai, Pavam, ஒண்ணுமே பண்ணல, அவன் தான் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்க, அவன் என்று ஓரணு அசையாது. அது மாதிரி ஏதோ இருக்க ஃபோர்ஸ் அப்பா. Even though this person is not interested, what is that force? Hey Krishna, baladiva, forcefully, as though somebody is forcing him, taking to wrong decisions, wrong actions. Why? What is that force? Tell me. This is like a puppet in the hands of someone else. He is doing, instigated by some force, propelled by some force, as though acting. That is why many times we say, avan nallavan da, aanalum yaaro avan thoondu vidra. Normal laukikama solrom illaya. He is not at all interested in doing. Somebody is behind him. Somebody behind. Adi madri, who is that force? Now Krishna answering. Beautiful answer, worth remembering. All slokas. Kama esha krodha esha rajo guna samudbhava mahashano mahapapma vidhyena miha vairinam. Hey Arjuna, listen, I will give you the answer. What is that propelling background behind the human? Nothing. Kama, Krodha only. His own desire, his own unfulfilled desire converted into anger. That desire, unfulfilled desire, anger forced him to do that wrong action. Arjuna, Duryodhana knows that it is not right to give pain to Pandavas, it is not right to torture Pandavas. Duryodhana knows very much. Why? Because of Krodha, anger. Duryodhana has got so much anger. And Kama were empire, kingdom. Whoever comes in between as an obstacle for that kingdom and kingship, he developed anger towards them. Kama yeshaha, krodha yeshaha. This kama alone, which is manifesting as krodha, because of kopam, person take to those wrong actions. Because of what guna? Rajoguna samudbhavaha. They are born, produced by Rajoguna. Rajoguna is the culprit. Kama comes, Krodha comes because of Rajoguna. That is why becomes Satviko Bhava. Rajoguna, destructive Rajoguna is wrong. I said Jnani's Rajoguna is a blessing to the society. Ajnani's Rajoguna is a curse to the family and to the society. Rajoguna by itself is not wrong. How you handle Rajoguna is important. Even Sattvaguna also binds you if you don't know how to handle. We saw that in 14th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Kama eshaha, Krodha eshaha, because they are born out of Rajoguna. That Rajoguna is the cause for this Kama Krodha, because Maha Ashanaha, Maha Papma. This Kama and Krodha both are one and the same in different facets. Hero sometimes becomes a villain. Hero becomes a villain. Adu madri, Maha Ashanaha, glutton like. However much you fulfill, you cannot satisfy that person. Maha Ashanaha means it is unsatiated, unsatisfiable. Maha Papma, since there is no contentment, there is no trupti, there is no ananda, there is no any type of happiness, whatever I have got, can't you be happy with that? No, I want some more. Maha Asanaha, therefore Maha Papma, commits a lot of sins. Maha Papma. This is the nature of Kama Krodha. Because of Rajoguna, it is like a glutton, it cannot be satisfied, it is like a Agni, fire, Analam. Never have a alam buddhi. Therefore, it is the cause for the person's wrong activities, wrong actions. Arjuna understand them as that vairi. They are the enemies. Vidhi enam, Kama, Krodha, both are enemies of a person. Kama, Krodhascha, Lobhascha, Dehe, Tishtanti, Taskaraha, Jnana Ratnapaharaya, Tasma, Jagrata, Jagrata. I quote this verse often. No? Be careful that thieves are in your own mind, in your own heart. They want to take away your Jnanam. Kama and Krodha are sitting, thieves, inside. Be careful. Vidhi enam iha vairinam iti vidhi. Understand these two, both of them are your enemies. They are the culprits instigating this person to commit wrong actions, sinful actions. Then, next shloka. Svabhavajena kaunteya Nibaddhasvena karmana Kartum nechasi yanmohat Karishyasya vashopitat. These are all familiar slokas to you. I didn't mention, in the footnote they have given, Bhagavad Gita 159 is from Bhagavad Gita 3rd chapter 36th shloka. Athakena prayuktoyam. Then 160th shloka is same chapter, 3rd chapter, next shloka, 37th shloka. 36 and 37 very important shlokas in 3rd chapter. Then this shloka also from Bhagavad Gita only, 18th chapter, 60th shloka. Long jump. 3rd chapter to 18th chapter Bhagavan went. In this class we are going to see. In one class we have already seen. Swabhavajena, he Kaunteya, Swabhavajena nibaddhaha svena karmana. Go according to your Swabhava. You are bound to your swabhava. Because you have come to the battlefield. You are a Kshatriya, you have a Rajoguna. Your mindset is fighting. Hey Kaunteya, you go for that. If you don't, your vasana is what? Your vasana, Kshatriya vasana. Kshatriya vasana, I want to establish dharma, I want to protect people. Like that, your Kshatriya vasana, Rajoguna, that Janma vasana is coming along with that. Now your Swabhava also at present Kshatriya dharma, you are in the battlefield, you have to fight with these people. Your Swabhava, your Vasana, all come together. Therefore use your free will according to your Swabhava. That is Vasana. Your Vasana and your free will also should align. And this is also a Dharma Yuddham. This is the right place. Dharma, Swabhava and your free will. Let it align. If you don't want to align, you want to run away from this battlefield, you are going against your Swabhava. Even you go out of this battlefield also, you cannot leave your Swabhava. Ange poi fight pannuvel. Enge ashramatila poi sannyasi fights, sannyasi rights. You fight for sannyasi rights. Or association vechi, everywhere this person start association. Your Swabhava is like that. Your Swabhava is not sitting quietly. If it is your Swabhava, you would have not come to this battlefield at all. Arjuna Kettapai, we cannot hide about our history in front of mother's brother. Uncle, mother's brother, uncle, maternal uncle. And the maternal uncle நம்ம பத்தி எல்லாமே தெரியும். என்ன, because he knows his sister. புரியுறது இல்லையோ? Maternal uncle இது ஒரு proverb இருக்கு தெலுங்குல. அதே மாதிரி தமிழ்ல கூட இருக்கு. கண்ணி பிடிச்சிடுங்க இப்போ. So you cannot hide. அர்ஜுனர் பத்தி கிருஷ்ணருக்கு தெரியாதா? Krishna knows very well. That is why kartum na ichchasi yat mohat. Suppose out of moha, delusion, you are seeing dharma yuddham as adharma yuddham. That is called moha. This decision, if it is your swabhava is quietened swabhava, sattvic swabhava, you would have not come, you would have not asked me to be as your charioteer. You have asked me to be as your charioteer, and I have come here, and you have got a lot of weapons also. Suppose mohat, if you are going against your swabhava, your free will, your effort is only to fight. Your swabhava, your effort, and your vasana, and your dharma, you are leaving out of moha, na ichchasi chet. If you don't like to fight in this battlefield, na ichchasi chet, what will happen? Avashyaha api tatu karishyasi. Avashyaha api, definitely, helplessly, you will go according to your swabhava only. Forcefully you will be taken towards doing that swabhava yuta karma, not moha. Because of moha, you run away from this battlefield also. This swabhava will not leave you, Arjuna. You will go and kill somebody. Or you will fight for somebody. You want to protect somewhere, someone. அதேதோ இங்கேயோ பண்ணக்கூடாதோ என்ன லாஜிக் பாருங்க. How Arjuna, Lord Krishna studying the psychology of a person. Excellent book அನ್ನ பகவத்கீதா படிக்கணும், தரோவா படிக்கணும். ஒரு ஸ்லோகா hundreds and hundreds of times படிக்கணும். Even if you run away from this battlefield, tat karishyasi eva, your swabhava, according to that you will do that only. Therefore, don't run away from your swabhava. Convert your swabhava, if it is adharmic, convert into dharmic. If swabhava, your vasanas are unethical, convert them into ethical. Because you are going to put into action. into action. You are having free will. Bhagavan has given sixth sense. Even though it is powerful, vasana, before it is going to come illegitimate adharmic vasana, you be careful when you are operating it into action. That you have free will. Even though it is force. Anichannapi. Even though you are not interested in fighting, go according to your swabhava. Go according to your swabhava, your vasana and dharma. All are here, Arjuna. Don't miss this opportunity. Anichannapi. One should follow. That's why don't do wrong action. Anichannapi, people are going because of ragadvesha. Unnak edhukku ragadvesha? Vidu ragadvesha kamakrodha. Vidu. Adu vittittu pannu. Appo you will do right action. Why people do wrong action? Because of kama, krodha. Raga, dvesha. Because of rajoguna. Convert your rajoguna into dharmic, into dharmic swabhava, into dharmic action. Make use of this opportunity. Knowingly people are doing because of kama, krodha. If you don't have kama, krodha, you will not violate dharma. That is why I said swabhava, vasanas, your free will and dharma should align. Okay, not impossible but difficult to implement, to understand. Anyhow, worth to practice. With this, aniccha prarabdha is over. Anichannapi. Even though I am not interested, according to my swabhava, I go. Let it not be governed by kama and krodha. Let it not be governed by raga and dvesha. Anichannapi. For the sake of people only I do. Now what about parecha prarabdham? Nanichanto na chechantaha paradakshinya sanyutaha sukha dukkhe bhajante tat parecha purva karmahi. Now, ichha prarabdha over, aniccha prarabdha over, parecha prarabdha. Either I have desire to do that, or others also do not have. I don't have desire. With I have desire, I do certain actions. Without my desire, certain actions. Because of somebody's desire, I do certain actions. Dakshinyan, out of compassion. Let me do good to that person. Let me make that person happy. Let me help that person. That is called dakshinya. Paradakshinya sanyutaha. This is Jnani's example. Jnanis are those people, sanyutaha, endowed with dakshinyam, compassion. Paradakshinyam, compassion on others. Out of compassion, na nichantaha, na cha ichantaha. When neither they are desirous, nor they are undesirous. Both are not there for them. But somebody desirous, they have desire. What will we have to do? Sukha dukkhe bhajanti etat paraichha purva karmahi. Sukha dukkha comes because of paraichha. Sometimes I get sukha and dukkha, get into trouble. Instead of when I want to do some help to others, in return, what comes in? Some criticism will come. Because out of compassion, I did. I am not doing for my sake. I have no desire. Nor I don't want to do also. Because of their desire, na matitana. Parecha prarabdha. Jnanis paraicha prarabdha. It's like We need not take it negatively. Positive also we can take. Honor. Jnani gets honor. Garland, red carpet. People welcome, people give lot of things. These are all paraichha prarabdha. They desire to do pada puja, they desire to put a garland, they desire to praise me, they desire. Paraichha prarabdha. Sometimes sukha comes. I told you, no, when I went to America, I got cold, severe cold. And one student wanted to do pada puja. Midnight, 10 o'clock I went. That lady got commandment from India. From her relative here. And when Swamini comes, you do pada puja. And night, 10 o'clock, she brought milk to do pada puja. You know how chill it is? Freezer lo வந்து எடுத்து நான் பால் எப்படி இருக்கும் அந்த பால் கொண்டு வந்து எனக்கு பாத பூஜை பண்ணிட்டான். I am not able to avoid that also. She has already poured because I do not know it is chill, very chill milk. I do not know until she pour on my feet. Imagine my condition. Paracha prarabdha. Another place, nice. You have come from Andhra. I heard Swamini. That's why nalla extra mulaga poti, extra karam poti. They want to make me happy. What is that? Paraichha prarabdha. I am not desirous of eating that karam. Not that I don't want also. Until I keep in my mouth, I do not know how it is. Then water, tears are coming from my eyes. Yenna, paraichha prarabdha. Sometimes good prarabdha, sometimes bad prarabdha. What to do? Helpless. You can't do. And my cold has increased by that time. Okay. Somehow I have landed safely. That's why Paramarthananda Swami, after seeing me, safely you have landed. Swami said, safely you have landed. Very, very difficult to travel abroad and coming back. It's not so easy. All of you are son or daughter. போனா பகவான் தான் பார்த்துக்கணும். வந்தா ஆஹா வந்துட்டாரா, போனா போயிட்டாரா, சும்மா சொல்றேன். ஏன்னா பரீட்சா பிரார்த்தம் வந்த உடனே எனக்கு எல்லாம் இதெல்லாம் ஞாபகம் வருது. ஸோ பாவம், they are with so much devotion, they are all waiting. தான் நமக்கு இதுதான் பிராரப்தம். Anyhow, okay, பரீட்சா பிராரப்தா ஓவர். ஸ்வேச்சா பிராரப்தா, அனிச்சா பிராரப்தா, parecha prarabdha is possible. What Jnani can do? Sukha dukkha Jnani has to undergo. No one can stop. Katham tarhi kimiccanniti evam ichchani siddhyate नेच्छा निषेध किंत्विच्छा बाधो भर्जित बीजवत्. Now you want to conclude, consolidate. Desire, Jnani, enjoying is how you have to understand. Falsification of desire is, you have to understand here, falsification of desire is non-binding desire. Jnani enjoys non-binding desires. There are not binding desires. What do you mean by enjoying non-binding desires again? Falsification of desires. Can a false rope can bind you? False rope. False rope. Rope is not real rope. Can it binds you? Not snake. Swamini is a tappu solran nenchikadinga. Rope only. Rope is not a real rope. One person is trying to tie me. It is not a real rope. Can he ties me? Similarly, when desire is false from the standpoint of a Jnani, how that desire can bind him, how that desire can cause either sukha or dukkha. Neither can it give sukha nor dukkha. for Jnani. More in the next class. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.